What's up and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 291. I looked it up and then forgot for a second. Wonder? You know there wasn't a snake in that, right?
No, the lid is just stuck as fuck on this thing.
Oh, it sticks on there
could've made
good.
it-
You don't need to. That's good. That's good effort. Oh yeah? I got snacks too. Here's a bag of half-eaten candy bars. Fuck you.
Oh,
I had
why half-eaten?
You thought I was recording a ranking candy bars video. You thought I was gonna fully eat a bag of candy bars?
Well,
I felt
figured
like
you were
shit
just
eating a bite of all of them.
I thought you were like a crazy person where you like ate half of one and you're like, I want to try this one. And
Well, I mean, that is what I did.
yeah, but not for content wise.
Yeah, no, I'm not a complete psycho. I did it for content.
That makes sense now.
But also, let's be honest. When do I not do things for content? Everything is for content. Anything for views.
Fair.
Number go up, serotonin go up.
That's fair.
Yeah. How's your week and a half been? Other than your computer almost exploded.
Oh, dude. You don't know how fucking stressed out I was.
I feel bad. He texted me freaking out, and I was like, try this one thing. I had to look up and figure out how to do it on yours. So I have the same motherboard as you now, kind of. Mine's a newer generation, obviously, but it's like the same. It's the weird. So, like, everything's hidden underneath some shielding. The song I'm listening to is doing a thing, and it hurt my brain. I didn't know what was happening.
Okay.
It scared me. Not important, but sorry, it broke everything. But so I had to figure out if, like, how you. So I didn't know our motherboard had the button for resetting the CMOS. So normally you have to remove this little like button battery from the motherboard to do it. And I was like, oh, I don't know where that is because everything's covered. So I was trying to figure that out, and then I found the button. That is
Yours
all.
is a lot more complicating than mine.
No, mine's the same as yours. I just didn't know there was a button. I was Googling how you find the battery, and then they were like, you don't need to. Here's the button. I was like, oh,
Right.
nice.
Yeah, mine just has a button on the back. You just.
Yeah. Glad it was that easy for you.
Mhm. It still freaks me out though, because I didn't even think about it. I was like, do I leave it running or do I, when I go to push the button? And when I pushed the button, I had my PC on, and it immediately shut it off.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it like didn't do anything. So I pushed the button to turn it back on, and nothing happened. So I pushed the button again, and then it started, and like it like turned on, all the lights came on in like the bland white color,
Yeah.
and then it shut off again. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? And then everything came back on again, and then all of the lights on my motherboard, like the hazard indicators or like fault indicators and shit, were all, this one would light up and flash, and then this one was lighting up, and they were all flashing, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then it like everything, all the lights stopped on the motherboard, and the motherboard went back to the normal color, and then everything else, all the other colors that I had it set on, started slowly going back to where they were, and then my monitor booted.
Nice.
And I
Have
was
you
like,
tried playing Valorant since then?
I did. It still has the same problem, but I bet when I pushed that button, it reset all of the.
It
Shit
reset
that I
the
had
other
already-
thing, so.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you just won't play Valorant, which is okay. I need to just be done and then run away because that sucks. I'm over it.
Have you tried to? Are you still trying to rank up or whatever? No.
Yeah. So I made a slight mistake. I kept playing ranked completely alone. And it never went well. Because I would get like top of the leaderboard, and then my second best teammate was 1-74.
Right.
And it's like
At least that's why you got to at least have me, so we win every once in a while.
right.
You know?
It's like I need at least a teammate, preferably 2 or 3, because at minimum I can have teammates who I can talk to, who I can tell where to be. So at minimum, I know what's happening. Because if I say, Wonder, sit in this fucking corner, shoot whoever walks through there, then at least if you die, I know where the fuck they're at. Unless you just don't listen to me, and then I get to yell at you. I need my teammates to exist where I can figure out what's going on. That's it. That's it. That's what I need. Ugh. I'm tired. I'm tired, Grandpa.
Yeah, me too. And that's too damn bad.
Really is. Why the hell are you off early?
We had like an awards. It's like our yearly company awards thing or whatever, where all of the camp hangs out and has burgers and hot dogs, and they give out awards and recognition prizes. And
You said, fuck that for my reward. I want to go home.
No, they started that at noon. And then they had a cornhole tournament like that didn't last very long. And once the people were done with the tournament, we went back, put away some tools, and they sent us home early. So
nice.
Nice. Yeah. But I got an award. They were happy with my handling of the contractors and also saving their ass with my welding skills. And so I got like a little cool little like Wyoming medal and a certificate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
But yeah, this last weekend was a very busy one.
Yeah, what did you do?
Specifically on Sunday.
Because football.
Well, that, and I went to game night.
Oh.
I got all the way to Heath's house. And guess who calls?
That one guy.
Heath calls me and he goes, well, our DM just called me. And I'm like, oh, are you fucking kidding me? I just got to your house. And he goes, yeah, apparently his daughter's getting proposed to. And he wanted to be there for that. And he didn't know about it until just a few minutes ago. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I was like, so we'll play Andy's game. So I drove back home. Well, I got just outside of the first town to the east of where I live. And pager goes off. And there's reports of a fire right next to the fire department.
Nice.
And
in the house you were trying to buy?
No.
That would have been
to
nice.
the north. It would have been to the north side of the fire department.
Okay.
And, you got, like, there's, like, a little house right there across the street from the fire department, and then the canal.
Yep.
And I got pulled into town, and yes, it's literally right across the street from the fire department. People were shooting guns at metal, and the metal sparked and caused a fire.
It's a little too dry for that.
Yeah. But there was already 2 trucks from our department, putting it out, and it didn't take much. We pretty much got a hold of it pretty right away. While this is happening, we get another page for a car accident. And I'm like, okay, well, since they seem to have the fire taken care of, I'm going to go with the EMS crew to the car accident. And so I hop in with the emergency response vehicle, and we head back towards it's just outside the town to the east that I had just came through. I must have just, like, within a few minutes missed this accident.
Nice.
And so we go, and I mean, it's just outside of that town. And so we're assisting. We just got called for mutual aid,
Mhm.
and it turns out the people in an accident are family to me.
Mm.
Um, and so that was interesting. Luckily, nobody was like really badly hurt. There was like a puncture wound and a little bit of like hit their head on a steering wheel kind of thing. But both people were fine.
Yeah.
But what had happened was there was a kid that was driving a really big truck and a horse trailer, and they had. So you got the train tracks on the south side of the highway
Mhm.
that goes to that town,
Mhm.
and they pulled across the tracks and stopped at the stop sign, and they had traffic coming both ways. Well, there was a train coming, and they tried to they got in a hurry, tried to beat the train, and traffic stopped him, and he tried to pull forward as far as he could so that the train wouldn't hit the trailer, and he was still across the track. So it was either get hit by the train or pull out in front of traffic, and he chose to pull out in front of traffic.
Nice. Were
And
there
so that's how
horses
that
in the horse trailer?
I don't think there was. I think it was empty.
Then I think the correct choice was to let the trailer go.
Right, but
If there are horses in there, I
anybody
get
in the
it to a degree.
right, but like it's you're thinking like this stuff's happening fast.
No, for sure.
You're like, and maybe he might not have even noticed the train to start with, and then
Right.
he looks and goes, "Oh shit," and stomps on it.
Yeah.
And basically, he come out like this, and they both tried to turn away from each other, and so
Which
they
is
basically
nice.
went. Yeah, they basically went like that, and then went
It
off
ends
into
up
the
being
bar
like the
pit.
best way that could have gone, outside
Right.
of letting the horse trailer get smoked, which
Right,
actually probably could have sucked
Yeah. Well, the
for
problem
the guy in
was,
the truck.
yeah, because what
Yeah.
happens is it wraps those trailers
Yeah.
will wrap around the front of the train and drag the trailer and the truck down the
Yeah.
track.
Unless the
Until
train's
the
going
train gets
fast enough
stopped.
to destroy the trailer,
Right.
basically.
Right. Which that'll throw the trailer usually.
Right.
But usually trains aren't going that fast around here.
Right.
And
It-
so
or
it
at
looks
least
like
not
they
right
would have
there.
wrapped. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it's about to go through town. So there was that. Got done with that and got back to the hall, called all the vehicles back in service, all good to go. Drive home. And, I call the gaming buddies and say, hey, that didn't take very long. You guys want to play? And so like, yeah. So we play Andy's game. And we're going along, and we get probably an hour into the game or so. And here comes a storm.
Ooh, yeah, I
And
heard about that.
really, really, really bad lightning. I mean, just rattling the house. Just terrible lightning. And I had a feeling, so I went and put my socks back on that I wear for firefighting because the boots are tall boots and they rub on my legs.
Yeah.
And so I like to wear I have real thick, tall socks that make it a lot more comfortable. And so I went and put my thick, tall socks on, came back, sat down, and about 5 minutes later, my pager goes off, and we had a fire that was growing in size and moving quickly just south of town. So hauled ass to the hall again, hopped in the truck, and got out there. Luckily for us, the wind was blowing the way it was. So fire started, spread about 60 acres, and it pushed itself right into a road.
Nice.
And it, once it got to the road, it couldn't go anywhere. But if the wind was blowing the other way, there's just nothing but open, rough ass pastures and draws and real thick vegetation. Nothing would have been there. We would have been able to, it would have taken off on us, and it would have been a long night. At least until the next storm showed up with really bad lightning.
Yeah.
But at least it like downpoured and it basically put the fire out.
Nice.
We were able to contain it until the rain got there, and the rain just kind of put it out.
Nice.
Yeah, which was nice. But I mean, it was real. Like the lightning was unreal. I mean, that real girthy freaking concussion grenade type lightning when it go like I mean it was boom right
I was
next to
gonna say
us,
that
you know?
thunder that we had that I can't remember when it was, but that one night because we both called each other at like 3 a.m. Like, did you fucking hear that?
Yeah.
You
That
know,
kind of like it
you
was
know the
worse than
lightning and
that.
thunder has to be loud if it wakes my ass up.
Yeah, no, it was worse than that night. Like it
Nice.
was horrible lightning. Like it was bad. Like people were getting on the radio like, "Hey, everybody that's might be on a truck, they might not want to be on a truck. I suggest everybody gets inside the truck, get to low ground. This lightning is horrible." And like so we had to go so the guy I was with, we had to go get water. And so we were worried about the lightning starting another fire somewhere else and not having any resources to go to this other fire. So we were like, "Oh, we're gonna head back. We're gonna get filled up with water. That way, we have a unit and personnel ready to respond to a different fire if we need to." And so we're headed back, and we're going down this hill, and it kind of goes like this, and then it goes back up, and then there's like another like ridge line with like a couple of pine trees, and there was a couple of I don't know who they were, but there was two people that were parked up on top of the hill, and they were watching us fight the fire. And they're sitting there, you know, parked side by side pretty much, and there's this big old tree right in between them. And I look over just in time to watch this big ass lightning bolt go boom and hit the tree right in between the two trucks. And I could see like pieces of bark fly. And pretty soon you see this one truck goes this way and the other truck goes that way, and they go bailing down the side of that hill. And I was like, "Ooh, that had to scare the shit out of them."
Yeah.
And it was bright too, because I like had to close my eyes and I had those, you know,
Yeah.
like concussion grenade type symptoms where it's just all you see is light when you open your eyes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
That same type of thing with lightning, not in as bad of a lightning storm, happened to me and I thought my car got hit by lightning. It must have just missed it because I was driving to the town my brother lived in once. And yeah, the lightning hit and I couldn't see for a few minutes. I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" What the hell was that?
Yeah, I was just on the other side of the town to the east of us one night, coming home from DDing from a party in college.
Yeah.
And I come up over that hill before you drop into the town.
Yeah.
And as I was going like downhill, lightning bolt hit right in front of the truck, and it was like one of those really dark nights.
Yeah.
Just out of the blue, boom! And I mean, yeah, it was just like, holy shit, I could not see. I literally had to put my hazards on and pull over.
Yeah.
And I just like slowly move the truck to the right.
Pull over until you feel some
strip.
rumble strips, and then just stop and like hopefully everybody else pays attention because I don't know where I am.
Because I was like, I don't know if I'm on the road still. I
know I hit some rumble strips.
Mm-hmm.
They could have been the center of the road rumble strips. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hate that the state to the east of us does that.
Yeah. What drives me nuts about it is like you go to pass somebody and it catches, like it's got more traction than the rest of the highway. So it like tries to pull you one way or the other while you're trying to pull out. Yeah. And then when you go to pull back in, it pulls you one way or the other. And it's like, dude.
Yeah. So, yeah. Football is, actually, first thing. I don't have a ton of details. But would you want to sometime kind of soon-ish, maybe want to spend a weekend in Utah?
Why Utah?
Possibly go shoot an elk.
Shoot an elk?
I can't remember the exact thing, but Mom has a friend in Utah that owns a big farm. And they can give us a bunch of tags.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Huh. Are they like...
I don't exactly...
elk, or are they just like a big-ass ranch that has elk on it?
Just a big-ass ranch that has a bunch of elk on it that they don't want there.
Oh, and they can give us tags? I don't know how that works. I
don't know exactly how it works, but yeah, they can get us tags at minimum.
I was about to say, because I'm sure out-of-state tags are outrageously expensive if we have to like pay for them.
I was going to say it depends on how that works, but I don't know how that... I don't know the exact details, basically the conversation happened today with my mother, and I was
Oh,
like, "Do you want to come get an elk?" And it's kind of like, "Yes, yes, we do." Actually, I'm sitting here like, I'll
right,
buy a freezer.
right. Yeah, I
I'll
mean,
buy a little freezer to keep in there and just have elk all the time. Then I don't have to worry about like buying food.
when did you say this was?
I don't know when it would happen. Like this isn't like a planned out thing. It was a thing I heard today, and I'm bringing it up so you can think about it.
It
Have it in
just
the back
depends
of
on
your mind.
when,
Sure.
but like also if I'm successful with my tags and Cody's successful and my brother's successful, and because all these people have elk tags, and we end up with all those elk, we're not going to need meat.
Yes, you
We're going to
will.
not know what to do with all this meat.
Hey, if you need to get rid of some, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Just so you
Okay.
know.
Well,
Pack it up and I will
there's a
come get it.
possibility. There's a
If that
possibility
happens and you're
that
trying to get rid of some, I will take it.
Mhm,
That's all I'm saying.
right, because if we end up with 4 or 5 elk, that's a lot of fucking elk meat. So
Especially if it's all big ones.
we really don't have small body elk around here.
Well, you know what I mean? Like if you all end up with like, caps
Mhm.
or spikes, that's a lot less than, equal take wonders, mate. God damn it, Jedi.
There's not much to take in that
Self-burn.
aspect.
But so football. Did you watch anything other than the Bills game? Did you even get to watch the Bills game?
I watched the majority of the Bills game. I watched part of the Vikings game too.
Only part?
I started watching the Vikings game right when JJ threw that pick six,
Nice.
which was rough. I was like, I've seen the score, JJ throws a pick six, and I'm like, oh no. I was at Applebee's and they had the game on, so
Oh yeah, you started volleyball.
Mhm. Yeah.
No wonder you didn't text me yesterday. I felt
Yep.
all bad because I like forgot.
Oh, I figured you just remembered what I.
No, I just had forgot what day it was and to do things, and it wasn't until like after Music Monday I was like, oh, because we moved Music Monday early, and in my head I was like, I don't have anything to do today.
Mhm.
I also woke up at like 4 a.m. yesterday, so I didn't really know what year it was. I was just
That's fair.
here.
No, I just figured you remembered me telling you that we started volleyball
Nope.
and that you already planned on doing it on Tuesday. So I didn't even think about texting you.
But it all worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today I had to go to the stupid FedEx store to send back. I bought that Logitech PowerPlay desk pad that like charges your mouse while it like wirelessly charges your mouse, so it just sits there and charges all the time.
So
Well, it what? Sorry, there's a message in chat that makes 0 sense based on anything. It's 11:21. Nothing is 11. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, okay. I don't think so. I was so lost. I'm sorry. But I had to go to the FedEx store to send it back. Well, originally, Mom was going to take it back when she went home this weekend and she forgot. So I walked over to the FedEx store and then walked to the grocery store and then got a coffee and then cleaned my kitchen a bit because I haven't done that since I started this, and that's a problem. I was out of plates.
Huh.
Well, it's hard to do dishes when you're sitting at your chair.
True.
Yeah. But yeah, football happened. So Sunday, I didn't sleep for shit. So Saturday night, I went to the Rockies game with my muda.
Mhm.
They lost. It was a good game though.
That's good.
Yeah, they lost like 10-8. And they scored runs in the ninth and had the winning run at the plate in the ninth. So like, you were in it until it was over. You know, it wasn't that like, oh, this sucks. It was like, no, they're there. There's a shot, and then they lose, and it's like, well, they gave it a go. That's all you can ask, you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure our football teams are going to give us aneurysms.
Oh, dude. But so that night though, I got like an hour of sleep. So I watched football. I watched like the early games and then got through most of the afternoon games. And then after being awake for the equivalent of 32 hours without any sleep, I don't know if a 1 hour nap really counts. I went to bed right before the Bills game. And I do want to say to everyone out there, you're welcome. If I would have stayed up, it would have been 6-3. Both offenses would have sucked. Not even like a good defensive game. It's just incompletions all around. Nobody gains any yards. It's just boring. Because I love a good defensive battle when the defenses are cooking. But this wouldn't have been that. It would have just been the worst game of all time. Instead, I went to bed, so you get game of the year. You're welcome.
Right.
I feel awful for Lamar.
Yeah, sure.
Dude, what did he do to the football gods? Like, really, though, in every situation, everything always goes against Lamar. He has negative luck. How does this happen? How does Derrick Henry fumble in the fourth quarter? Bro does not fumble. The Bills defense has one good player. How does this happen? I am officially
and he ran into our one good player, Ed Oliver.
I am officially out on the Bills defense, though. They got worse by a lot. They have one player that belongs in the NFL. That's it.
Yeah.
The fact that they haven't called Jabril Peppers yet, at least from what I can see, is annoying and stupid. He's just sitting there. Go add a player. Get a safety.
All right. No, we're just going to rely on our rookies to eventually show up.
Sure. Speaking of earlier games, though, because Jedi wants to, Dallas and Philly, I don't think Philly's as good as they should be. They did not look that great. Jalen looked good. That's about it, though. And Dallas, CeeDee Lamb might be washed. Might be time to retire. The Chiefs confuse me. The Chargers look sick. The Chiefs are weird because it feels like the real Mahomes is back. But the defense went away, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
But it does. Like, it feels like the Mahomes that you always say, you know, I still think Mahomes is the best QB in the league because if he can find it again, like we know what he is when he's that guy, and it feels like he found that again. Especially, I think once Xavier Worthy's healthy, I think he might put on a bit of a show. He was trying to with Tyquan Thornton. He just kept throwing it like it was Xavier Worthy going for the ball, so it kept sailing over Tyquan because he's not as fast.
Right.
If the Chiefs defense figures it out, they're a problem. The Chargers look to be fun.
Yeah.
So do the Raiders. I'm so happy the Raiders are back. It's fun. Geno's so good, dude. I hate the people that talk shit on Geno. He's so good.
Yeah.
He's so good. Josh Allen's good. Hate that guy.
Yeah.
Him, like Justin Herbert, they both piss me off.
I'm just glad I got to be a part of something that was kind of historic in a way.
His fourth quarter?
As far as the team goes? Yes. Well, his fourth quarter, and the fact that, like, offenses that score 235 points or score 235 or rushed for 235 and score 40 points are 277-0.
No.
Until the Ravens. Yeah. Now it's 277-1. And the other thing that it's like another reiteration of feel bad for Lamar.
Yeah.
The Ravens are the highest of all the teams in the NFL to blow a 90% chance to win. Yeah. Like they'll be way ahead and have over a 90% chance to win the game and lose. They have 10 games that are that way.
Dude, I'm so upset that they didn't go for it on that 4th and 3.
I don't know when they got that, I was like, fuck, they're just going to give it to Derrick Henry and it's going to be, it's going to be a first down, game over, you know? And then they're like, oh, we're going to punt. And I'm like, oh, dude, there's no way they're going to punt. I thought they were going to fake punt it or something.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way they punt this and give it back to Josh Allen after what he's already done. The guy is like on fire, and they have 2 freaking timeouts left.
Jair tackling Keon Coleman. I think it was Keon, right? The catch where he gets shoestring tackled that allows you to run the clock down and just
it was a blessing
just let
in
him
disguise.
score. Let him score, because yes, I know, I'm sure the Bills told them not to score, but also Keon is a very young player and hasn't dealt with this situation before. There's a decent chance after he breaks that tackle, he scores, just not thinking about it. Because like, it's like you were talking about with the guy with the truck earlier. The adrenaline's going and you're in that moment. You might just score not thinking about it. And then you give Lamar 45 seconds and Lamar's Lamar. There's always a chance.
Yeah.
Especially since D-Hop is back. That catch was sick.
Yeah. Now, the one thing I will say about that, I don't know if they would have told him to run out the clock.
Right.
Because, you know, you're only down by 2. If you score a touchdown, they have to get a touchdown.
Right. That's the other thing, though. So,
it's not like the Chiefs with 13 seconds that can just kick a field goal to tie it up.
Right.
You know?
That's
so
fair.
you just drop all your safeties way deep and make sure you tackle them inbounds.
And then at that point, it's one of those things where if the Ravens score a touchdown, you just throw your hands up and say, fuck it, we tried. Like, it's one of those things. Like, yeah, you'll be disappointed, but there's also we did everything we could. Sometimes great is just better. That's
right.
I want to say I feel that way about the Ravens, except they didn't do all they could. You have Lamar fucking Jackson. Go for it on 4th and 3.
Right. And King Henry.
Yeah.
But the other thing about it that I was saying is if we didn't take the points, you know, I would have just had him score, because if you don't take the points and you miss the field goal, you lose the game.
Yep.
You know, and we just, although he had been kicking very well, we just signed this kicker on Friday.
Yeah.
This would be the game, you know, that'd be the most pressure, you know. The guy basically got off the couch and was like, I'll kick some more
but do
footballs.
you know who Matt Prater is?
Yes.
That is not a concern. Since you know, we're erasing that guy who played for the Ravens from history, as we should. I think we should scribble his name out of the books. You know who has the longest field goal ever, right? That guy. You know who's the most clutch kicker in the league now, right? That guy. Like, I do love, though, that he is like 47, and after the game, he's standing next to Josh holding the game ball, and it just looks like a dad holding his son's game ball, all proud. It's funny as shit.
The one I seen that I thought was funnier and shit. He looks like every chemistry teacher to ever exist.
Kinda, yeah. I also love. I heard the story of like him and Josh had basically met the first time that game. Like they had kind of like talked during the week because he got there on like Thursday. So they hadn't really talked much. So they realistically met at the game, and Prater had told Josh, he's like, you know, he did the, you know, I'm going to give it everything I got out there and whatever, as like the first things he ever said to Josh. And then that's the moment. That's pretty great. I love that.
And the other thing is so Josh actually met him for the first time briefly in a locker room on Friday.
Oh, it was Friday, not Thursday. My bad.
And the other thing that he said to Josh was he showed videos to Josh on his phone of his kid playing quarterback.
Yeah, I remember hearing that
like,
too.
He wants to be like Josh Allen.
That's sick. That's fun.
So they bonded pretty quickly.
Yeah. But yeah, that game was crazy. I watched the highlights when I woke up. Yesterday
there
was a
had to
long
be
day.
So many things that went perfectly well.
Yep.
And perfectly for the Bills in order to win that.
And you're lucky you played Lamar, so they obviously were going to. It's fucking ridiculous, bro.
They're the most. They're so fucking. Honestly, there's an argument that the Ravens are the best, you know, rostered team in the league. Yeah. But they're the most notorious for giving away big leads.
Yeah. Dude, so moving on to the second great fourth quarter game of the week. I'm so mad at Josh Allen right now. Because JJ McCarthy had a fourth quarter performance like that also is one of the top 10 fourth quarters of all time, but nobody's going to talk about it because Josh had the best one. Fuck you.
Yeah, he
Stupid
overshadows
piece of
JJ.
shit. Except I don't know if he does, because one of them is an MVP and one of them is a rookie in his first start. It's the first rookie to do the exact things he did in a game since Steve Young. That's good company. I like that.
Right.
He's the first
Right.
rookie to do all of those things on the road since someone in the 50s.
Right. The other thing I'm going to, aside from them being just the Bears, you know, the Bears being the Bears,
The Bears
are the
looked
Bears
pretty
kind
good.
of scary?
Yeah, we knew that. They should be, at least. So speaking of the Bears first, I know I'll talk about this again. I feel bad for everyone in chat because you're going to have to hear this again on Wednesday when I talk about on Run the North. But the Bears themselves are really good. The Bears defense was missing its two best corners and its best linebacker. That matters. Now, I'm not going to give that as an excuse for the Bears because first, they still played well. And second, every team is missing pieces. I just think when you're talking about how good they are, you have to acknowledge like they have room for improvement. Yes. Offensively, they still have some things to iron out. Number one, you're not playing another Brian Flores again, probably this year. You are playing with the way the Chiefs defense looked, with still having so much talent. I'm giving it to Flores now. You're playing the best defensive coordinator in football. Like, that's what you were going against. With a lot of talent, the Vikings defense is really good. The Bears aren't going to play another defense like that anytime soon. I don't know what. Oh, I think Jedi's saying funny to the other thing. I thought he was saying it to me, and it's like, who are you talking about? Can't be the Eagles. But so the Bears offense looked awesome on their first drive and awesome on their last real drive. The rookie head coach made some rookie head coach mistakes, like some clock management stuff at the end. Though part of the problem is the Bears kicker has no leg. He really does test my theory. Like, if you had a kicker that made every single kick 50 yards and in, but couldn't kick it any farther than that, would you would you pick him? And every time I see Cairo Santos, I start to doubt it because anything 50 and in, he's like automatic. But then anything outside of that, he's not good. And then it was a bigger problem on the kickoff team. Like, they needed to kick that ball out of bounds. Yeah, it sets the Vikings up with better field position, but you at least force them to either give you more time or force them to actually try something on that third down instead of just run it 3 times and punt because you're going to win. Like, that's bad. The Bears offense, though, they played well. Caleb is awesome. I know he had some accuracy issues, you know. At least he was overthrowing guys. I think you'll take that compared to underthrown because then less chances of bad things. A lot of his overthrows just sail out of bounds, and it is like, man, that sucks. He was open, but you'd rather it go out of bounds than, you know, go to a Viking. Like, it's things that can still get worked out, but he has the things you can't teach.
I mean, it was only the first game.
It was only the first game. You know, this is true. And
there's a lot of good-ass teams that are probably going to still be good, even though they lost.
Yeah, the Ravens lost. The Chiefs lost. Like, I would say the Lions lost, but I think they're not going to win that much. It was funny. I was talking to Steven because we watched the game together. He's a Packers fan. And looking at the division standings at the end of that game where it's the Vikings and Packers at the top and it's the Bears and the Lions at the bottom, it's like, yes, all feels right in the world again. This feels correct again.
Well, and the other thing I was going to say was, like, the Bills beat the Ravens.
Yep.
they'll probably go out there next week and get beat by the fucking Jets somehow.
The Jets look good.
Mm-hmm.
I know the Steelers beat them, but that's because Rodgers apparently found the fountain of youth. I don't know what the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But Justin Fields looks like a quarterback, dude. And the Jets defense is still good. Rodgers was just doing Rodgers things, which I hate. I hate that that's a thing.
Rodgers took steroids, I swear to God.
But like when Rodgers is Rodgers, you just kind of look at that and go, "Ah, well, we tried." Like that's just it's the Mahomes thing. You can try as much, but it just doesn't matter sometimes.
I secretly think Rodgers is a chemist and nobody knows it. And this motherfucker's been bad the last couple of years because he's been trying to make a performance-enhancing drug that doesn't show up on a drug test.
No, I think he just took ayahuasca the one time and it fucked him up, and he went and took it again, and now he's locked back in. He had to reset.
Him up. Yeah, reset him. My PC does that every once in a while. Needs to reset.
Yeah. But the Jets look good. So I definitely wouldn't say it's going to be an easy game.
No. Well, especially
with your defense.
Yeah, especially since our defense had a hell of a time trying to stop fucking any kind of run.
And the Jets run the ball.
The Jets are, Fields is a good fucking mobile quarterback.
Yep.
And
Breece Hall and Braylon Allen are good running backs.
Yes.
And then, in comparison to the Ravens, Garrett Wilson is incredible. Like, D-Hop is good. Zay Flowers is good. Garrett Wilson is a tier above. And that could matter when I don't know how much I trust your corners.
Right. Yeah, like
the Jets have the tools to beat the Bills. Will they? I don't know.
Yeah, hard to say. I mean, Fields scares me because I think he's a good quarterback. So, anything can happen.
Yep.
If they do lose, I think the wins and losses are kind of offset because I totally thought they were going to lose to the Chiefs or to the Ravens.
Yeah.
And then they lose to the Jets, so they're still, I don't know.
Yep. Jesus Christ. Bears fans on Twitter. So the overreactions yesterday on both sides were really funny. Watching Vikings fans say that the season was over after a couple of quarters was kind of hilarious to me. I was getting pissed off, not because of how we were playing, but because of how KOC was calling the game early on. 3rd and 5, we're running it up the middle. It's like, let the kid throw the fucking ball. Yeah, he's probably going to make some mistakes. That's what we signed up for. But it was pissing me off when he had 3 pass attempts in the first half. It's like, I get we didn't have that many plays, but you have to let him try. And then he comes out and immediately throws an interception, and then they don't let him. It's like, no, you've got to let him go. You have to.
But so all you're doing is making him feel like you don't trust him to throw the ball. Yeah. And literally, that was what he was known for. So let him do it.
My favorite thing with him was the look on his face after he threw the interception. Like it just didn't matter. It wasn't the Sam Darnold face that mattered to me. Yep. And then the way he came back from having the worst first 3 quarters anyone could have ever had. Like that is the worst start you could possibly imagine. And then immediately it was fine. I watched a clip of Aaron Jones today talking about the set. So we got the touchdown to JJ. Nope. JJ threw it to Jettas. I got to stop. He's not JJ anymore. He can't be. JJ's our quarterback. But Jettas catches the touchdown, right? We're still down, but now there's some life. They get the ball back, and they walk into the huddle. And Aaron Jones says, yeah, the moment we kind of knew we won the game was early in the 4th. We were still down. But JJ gets in the huddle, and he looks at us and smiles and says, nowhere else you'd rather be, right? And it's like, okay. Aaron Jones was telling that story to Emmanuel Acho and LaShawn McCoy, and they're both looking down. They've got goosebumps after he said it. It's like, yeah, JJ's just that guy. And you could kind of tell, yes, he was frazzled in the first 2 quarters. You're playing on the road in primetime against what is still going to be one of the best defenses in football. It will be. Dennis Allen is a good coach. They have a lot of good pieces. And then also our offensive line forgot how to football early. I know why, though. Christian Darrisaw was supposed to play. They were like, we're going to keep it till game time. The issue is Soldier Field is bad. It's always known to have bad grass. It's always been.
Right.
But they just had a music festival there. There were 10 concerts there over the weekend. So they put in new sod this week. So you could see the lines on the field of like where the sod was. So Darrisaw, coming off of a torn ACL, was out there before the game. And then right before the game, they're like, yeah, he's not going to go. And it's like, yeah, that's smart. He's more important than tonight's game. But also it's like, who our backup left tackle was getting cooked all night. He was cooked.
At least the people that were cooking him were like really good though. Like
mostly, there were a couple guys who don't play football who cooked him, and that's tough.
Yeah. Well, that's just because they were fast, and yeah.
But yeah. So JJ McCarthy is the first to overcome a 10-plus point deficit in the fourth quarter and win in his NFL debut since 1985, and it was Steve Young. Versus Detroit, and that was back when the Buccaneers and the Lions were in the same division.
Right.
But yeah, I was very concerned early and then was very happy at the end. And it is entirely not because of how he played. There's a lot of problems, but it was just after it got as bad as it could, his ability to come back and overcome that in the fourth quarter. Darnold never could do that. Cuzzo never could do that. Even Case Keenum just previously couldn't do that. It's like I've said, he doesn't even have to be better than Darnold, but the ability to get back to baseline after all the problems is good.
Right.
The ability to lock back in is nice. You need that. Not everybody has that.
Right.
Apparently Joe Burrow doesn't even have that. I'm so mad. There are multiple leagues I started Burrow in over JJ.
Same.
And I'm upset.
I should have started Justin Fields. This week I might start Justin Fields over... I am starting Justin Fields over fucking...
The Browns' defense is really good. Like, it just is. So, like, I get why Burrow was bad, but it makes me upset.
Yeah, well, so it seems like this happens every year, because I've had Joe Burrow every fucking year.
Yeah, he starts slow.
And he always starts slow, and it pisses me off. It's like, dude, I get it. Like, your O-line's not the best. But you have high-caliber players, and you score 8 points. Ugh. Daniel Jones doing better than Joe Burrow is hurting my soul, even though I think Daniel Jones having a better coach makes a big difference, but...
No, the 7 minutes he spent standing next to Kevin O'Connell made the difference.
Right.
Look at everybody else who spends a second around him. I'm giving all the credit to KOC until somebody proves me wrong. It's deserved. Fair. He was a Viking for like 3 weeks, and then he got paid and is now the best quarterback in football. Kevin O'Connell.
Well, I mean, like, in theory, he should be, with his like skills that he has. In theory, he should have always been a good quarterback. He's, I'm not going to put him in the same, tier as Jalen Hurts, but he kind of has the same skill set in a way.
He has a couple things that he doesn't have. He's never had the accuracy of Jalen Hurts.
Right.
He might have a bigger arm, but that's not saying much. Jalen Hurts isn't known to have a big arm. He's just accurate. Mm-hmm. He puts it where it goes. Mm-hmm. And there is something to the ability to play games when they matter. And Daniel Jones doesn't have that. It's not just being good. It's the all right, we have to have a touchdown here. We lock in. Mm-hmm. Jalen Hurts has that. He always has. That's why we see, even after a bad season, suddenly the playoff games matter. Oh, Jalen's the best quarterback in football now. There's something to that. It's a mentality thing that even some of the greatest of all time don't really have. Peyton Manning didn't have it. He was statistically awful in the playoffs, but he won 2 rings because he could help you get there. And then if he has a defense, boom.
Well, I'm not saying that he was in the same. That's what I was saying. It's
No,
not.
yeah, yeah.
It's more the play style
Sure.
that I was
Yeah.
getting at. But still, having a better coach kind of helps. You know, it's amazing how much of a difference not being where on the Giants makes. Because then you go Russell Wilson. He had that effect happen. But I don't know. Crazy stuff.
Trying to find a thing. I got some interesting things. I saw the PFF grades for this game, and the Vikings' 3 top receivers, Jettas, Thielen, and Jalen Naylor, were in their bottom 5 in PFF grade. Jettas had 2 drops, like just pure drops, and that's weird.
Huh. That early season game really hitting everybody.
I guess. It gets even better than I thought, by the way. It wasn't just is there any place you'd rather be, which is already good. But it starts because at halftime, in his first NFL game and his first football game in 2 years, he hasn't converted a single third down. And they're down 11 points. The 22-year-old J.J. McCarthy goes up to 32-year-old Javon Hargrave and tells him he's got this. Then, after throwing a pick 6 in the third quarter, he talks to his offensive lineman on the sideline, telling them he thinks things are about to pop. Then, in the huddle, after only scoring 1 touchdown and still losing, he looks at his teammates and does is there any place else you'd rather be? And then he leads the comeback win. What the fuck kind of 22-year-old are you? Did you steal Tom Brady's brain? What the fuck are we doing?
Right.
I love that, though.
It ain't over till it's over. It's a good mentality.
No, that is not it ain't over till it's over. That is it ain't over until I win.
Right.
That is that mentality. Also, since he lost the national championship in his second to last year in college, JJ is now 18-0. He hasn't lost a game since then. 20-0 if you count our 2 preseason games that he started.
Right.
Shout out. That's not what I was looking for. I just am trying to see everything I can today. The 49ers cut their kicker. Jake Moody's gone.
Yeah. Which is rough because I had him in one of my leagues.
Well, don't worry. You also drafted Will Reichard, you bastard. In the same league. You took 2 kickers.
It's like I knew it was coming.
You should have just started Reichard then. Oh, I don't know if you saw this because they might have got deleted before you checked Discord, but did you see Jedi got hacked?
I did see that.
Yeah.
I commented. It was funny.
Oh, did
They're
you?
like, pretty sure this is, pretty sure Jedi got hacked. And I was like, no, it seems legit.
Oh, did you? I just didn't see it,
yeah.
I guess.
Yep. It was on one of the
It was
group
in our
chats.
Discord, I think, probably. Or somebody else had a group chat. But,
Right.
yeah, that was tough. I was so confused. Somebody said he got hacked, and I was like, I don't know. I'm too tired to be paying attention. And then I looked again. And what's funny is I know too much, apparently, because the picture of the phone where it's trying to, like, convince you that it's real,
Mm-hmm.
the phone's an iPhone. Jedi doesn't own an iPhone.
Right. That's crazy.
It's weird that I know that just from a picture of a phone screen, completely in the dark with no view of the phone, but I knew immediately. I was like, that's not Jedi's phone. It's not Jedi.
I like behaviorally, I was like,
Yeah.
well, that's weird. Why is Jedi messaging all of the groups at the same time? That's weird.
Not
Because
just
I didn't
that,
even open it up yet. I just seen that he had messaged in like 3 different groups, and I'm all, what the hell? And
Right.
I opened it up, and I'm
And
like,
it's like, even
okay.
if he was sending that to everybody, there would have been him actually typing things. Like, look at this fucking thing. It's me. Instead, it was just pictures.
Right.
Yeah. Joke's on you guys. I'm getting free crypto. Good luck with that, buddy. Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me know what your bank account information while you're at it. So that way I can take your money before they do.
True. If you're just trying to give out some free money, you can always bump the timer up that nobody can see.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Preferably by another 100 hours or so, you know.
That's crazy.
Just, just be live for the rest of your life.
We're only 97 Twitch subs away from the timer doubling again. So there's that.
Oh. Come on, subs.
You know, we're also only like 400 something YouTube subs away.
Hmm.
Oh, and then you have to eat a bunch of spicy wings.
Oh, that sounds good.
Remember, we made that. We have to do the full hot ones thing when I hit it. Yeah.
Yep.
You agreed to join me for that. Who knows when it'll be, but we'll figure it out.
I like spicy wings.
I don't know if you'll like these.
Hmm.
They're not just spicy; they also taste like kerosene.
Oh, well. Why can't they at least taste good?
Because fuck you, that's why.
I'm not as excited now.
Yeah, you shouldn't be.
Huh.
That is fun to me. So the top 5 and bottom 5 PFF grades for the Vikings defense. The bottom 5 includes nobody drafted by Kwesi. The top 5 includes 3 people drafted by Kwesi. I think that's interesting because I thought he couldn't draft.
Right.
Jay Ward got his first NFL start. It's year 3 for him, but he's a safety, and we've had Cam Bynum and Josh Metellus and Harrison Smith. Harry didn't play.
Mm-hmm.
So Jay Ward got his first start, and he was our highest graded defender.
Huh.
And then Josh Metellus. You know, the Swiss Army knife of defense.
Right.
The safety who also plays at nose tackle. I don't know how the fuck that works, but it does. What else was I looking at? I was trying to figure out who the bad offensive guys were again. Damn. Yeah, so this is how crazy Caleb was. I don't know what we ended up with in sacks, but apparently the Vikings pressured Caleb on 30 plays last night. That's crazy. That's a lot of pressures.
And Caleb still played fairly well.
Yeah, he was incredible at avoiding the sacks. He just wasn't perfectly accurate. But he also still had some of those plays where you go, fucking damn.
Mm-hmm.
He had some of those Lamar plays. I hate it. Don't do it. Yeah. Jetta's had 6 drops all of last season. He had 2 last night. Tough.
I think we're moving into the realm of like all of the NFL teams, aside for like 1 or 2, like can be scary in a certain situation.
I think even the other ones, like outside of, I'm sorry, Valente, but like outside of the Saints and Titans, I kind of feel that way about like everybody. The Saints and Titans just have nothing to fear.
Right.
Like every team at least has a player that you're worried about. Like even the Giants, as bad as they were, Malik Neighbors still exists.
Mm-hmm.
And like once Russ,
not on my fucking, on my draft though.
He did, but Russ apparently forgot how to moonball. I think that'll come back soon.
I hope so.
Especially with Neighbors, because once he can figure out how to moonball, him and Neighbors could go crazy.
I'll moon ya.
Ayo. What the hell? Where's the grades? What'd you do with my PFF grades, Wonder?
I put them in your file.
Well, what the fuck? I don't have a file.
The problem is you have like over 1,100 files. So,
Ooh.
and they're all named the same one, like the same name.
Yeah, I'm not good at management. I like seeing this. The Vikings' 5 best grades on offense were Brian O'Neill, who's one of the 5 best right tackles in football. Ryan Kelly, our center. This is good. No more Garrett Bradbury bullshit. And then rookie left guard Donovan Jackson was number 3. And then both of our running backs at 4 and 5. Jordan Mason's really fucking good, man. I can't believe the 49ers traded him for a 5th round pick and then traded a 4th round pick to get Brian Robinson Jr., who is Jordan Mason but bad at everything. You know, you could have just kept Jordan Mason. I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad that John Lynch is fucking stupid and gave us this guy. But, like,
Right.
What the fuck are we doing?
That sounds like the most 49ers thing to do, though.
But, yeah, the Vikings' bottom 5 is tight end Ben Urosek, who is our tight end 3, who really only got snaps because CJ Ham's on IR. That's it. We don't have a fullback currently, so it was Ben Urosek. Then Adam Thielen, our left tackle Justin Skewell, who isn't good, but he's the backup. Who cool. Then Justin Jefferson, and then TJ Hawkinson. So the guys who should be the best players on our offense all suck. It's okay though.
Did I even win one of my fantasies? I don't think I won a single one.
Crazy. You know what else was fun though, real quick?
Oh, I won one of them.
The Vikings special teams looked fun. Miles Price was sick, our returner.
Right.
Every return was like 30 yards. It's like, fuck yeah, it was great. The one play, though, the ball bounced and he decided to pick it up. And I remember going, no, oh, yes. I got all pissed. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, okay. Never mind. Do that. You're good.
Yeah. So
you know better than me.
Our return man on the punt return, I'm glad he's got good hands because he got contacted before the ball got to him. He still caught it and they didn't call a penalty.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, how is that not interference?
Because fuck you. That's why.
But, like, also awesome that he caught it because they didn't throw the flag, and that would have been, Ravens football at the 15-yard line and a whole nother ball game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ew. Man, I need Washington to fix it. Their jerseys aren't even that bad. Fix your helmet. Put the spear back on it.
Right.
Just the spear. The W sucks, dude. I hate it. But also, I'm saying you because the uniform matchup is set for Thursday night. Washington is at least going the correct way. They're red helmet, red jersey, yellow pants instead of the shitty white. Or going full red. I hate when you go matching jersey and matching pants unless it's white.
Right.
Or I guess black, but nobody ever really does that. But like the Bills going blueberry, I fucking hated it. Hated it.
Right.
Fucking blueberry. But the Packers are going there all whites and they're just gross. It's just gross. So I was already going to be rooting for the Commanders, but let's go Commanders.
Right.
Got to put those shitty uniforms in their place. Thanks.
I don't know. Packers played really well.
Are the Packers playing really well or are the Lions just bad? I saw a stat. Jared Goff, in games where he is not coached by Sean McVay or Ben Johnson, is 0-19-1.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
That's a terrible stat. And one that should scare the Lions.
Especially when you just paid him $60 million.
Yeah. Oof.
This makes me very happy. Also, seeing that the Jets are really good and that the Bears offense looks really good and seeing what the Lions were knowing that the Jets and Bears have their two coordinators from last year, should scare the Lions. Aiden Hutchinson getting 0 pressures should scare the Lions. The Lions are going to finish 4th in the NFC North, barring any crazy injury, knock on wood. They're going to finish 4th.
Right.
And I'm so happy. Because fuck the Lions, dude. Their fans got way too cocky after one mediocre season. Go back to the basement where you belong. Stay there until you've suffered more, I guess. You can't get that cocky. Like, you can root for your team and everything, but getting that cocky and then wishing injury upon people and celebrate, nah, fuck you. Go back to the basement. We'll watch you suffer. Enjoy Jared Goff.
Yeah, I like wins where teams beat each other fair and square, like the Bills and Ravens. That was just
football.
You know, it was a duel of the fates kind of thing.
Or if there are injuries pre-game, that's pre-game. Anything that happens in-game sucks, because then you feel like, man, if TJ Hawkinson had been there, or, you know, if you're the Bills and Keon Coleman gets hurt, it's like, man, if Keon had been there, we saw what happened when Keon was there. The big play that mattered the most. Like, or James Cook, the best player on the Bills.
Exactly. We always elevate, you know, Frank Gore Jr.
Okay. Even on the Bills practice squad?
Yeah, he's on the back. He actually played really, really well in the preseasons and stuff, but we just have such a stacked, you know, running back room that there's just nowhere for him to be except on the practice squad. I don't know.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, so apparently people don't understand the NFL rule for this, including people who played in the NFL. The TJ Hawkinson catch where he caught it basically on the ground, got up only to his knees, and then the guy came over and punched the ball out while he's like on the ground already. And it didn't get ruled a fumble. People are like, but why? After a catch, in that scenario, the ball is considered an extension of the runner. The minute you touch that, he's down by contact.
Exactly. The ball is part of the runner. As soon as the ball's touched while he's down, that's a downed player.
Yep. Which sucks for the Bears. Had you let him get his knees off the ground and then punched it out, it's a fumble.
Yep.
But because his knees were on the ground, he's down by contact. I'm glad you wasted a challenge on that, though, because apparently none of you knew the rules. It was funny. I was sitting there like, that's not a fumble. He's down. What do we mean? It was fun. I do feel, you know who I feel bad for? Maybe the only team I feel bad for. Dolphins fans.
Oh.
Dude, Tua is ass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's good if he's not hurt.
He wasn't hurt.
I've never seen him that good. Even when he was completely, like, not hurt.
Yeah. Well, there was that, half a season with Tyreek.
Yeah, where he could just throw it down the line of scrimmage to Tyreek, and Tyreek would just burn everybody. Yeah,
remember when Tyreek got hurt and Teddy Bridgewater came in and was better than Tua, right? We remember this, right? Because immediately with Teddy Bridgewater, Mike McDaniel got to let the offense be an offense and not just cater around Tua's faults. They were like, all right, Teddy, you know how to play football, right? And he's like, yes, coach, I do remember this.
And I got Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill to throw to. I think I'm going to be fine.
I think I'm okay, coach. I think I'm good. This is much better than old man Greg
and
Jennings
a running back
and Mike
that's
Wallace.
not ass either. So
true.
If the two big ass wide receivers aren't working out, I'll just hand it off and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Ugh. I suppose I should eat something before I go to this meeting because it could be another long one.
Woohoo! Food. What are you gonna eat?
Pork loin. I know you're not a pork fan, but
yeah, no, I'm out. Cleaver posted in the Discord the other day pictures of they had pork chops, but they had like stuff on top of them. So I didn't notice it. Like I couldn't tell it was a pork chop. So I looked, and as I was going to say it was really good, somebody else said, "That looks good. What is it?" And she said, "Pork chops." And I was like, "Oh, I was going to ask for a plate, but never mind. You could keep it."
Yeah, we eat a lot of pork just because it's the cheapest
so cheap.
meat.
Yep. No, I get it.
And beef prices are like record highs right now.
That's why I eat chicken, is because it's cheaper than beef, but I can stomach it compared to pork.
Mm-hmm.
But even bacon's cheaper now. It's crazy.
Right.
That was a problem for a while. Like, bacon's not cheap by any means, but it's cheaper. I remember spending like $14 a package not that long ago.
Right. I was about to say, I bought these pork loins for like $3.99 a pound.
Yeah.
And they're like a pound and a half. So fairly cheap for a decent chunk of meat. So,
oh, I forgot to say it, but I have to. The hater in me is winning, and I love it. Who were the two worst looking quarterbacks in football this week? Bo Nix and Cam Ward, the two people I hate the most. I'm always right, damn it.
Bo was the worst.
I was
stats wise.
That was my favorite hate watch I've ever got to have. Every time it would cut to the Broncos game, I was like, all right, what boneheaded play is he going to make? And then he'd throw a pick or he'd fumble it. And I was like, yeah.
Yep. They still won, though, because they have a kick-ass defense.
Their defense is good, and it was the worst team in football that they were going against. I feel bad for Cam Ward. Like, as much as I don't think he's going to be a good quarterback, sending him to Tennessee doesn't give him a shot. They don't have any players, and their coach is a moron. He
just took over captain on a sinking ship.
What is Brian Callahan? He did a thing, and I can't remember what. Oh, they didn't challenge a huge play because their coach, and I quote, said that it wasn't a catch because on a play like that, an elbow is not a knee and an elbow is not the same as 2 feet. When by the rule, yes, it is. So it was a clear catch, and they didn't challenge it because their coach didn't understand.
By the rules, it's 2 points of contact.
Yeah,
right.
It's either both feet or any part of his body other than his hands. Like, it was a catch. He's just stupid. Their coach doesn't know the rules.
Oh, my Lord. And can I be their coach?
I could accept it to a degree if it was his first game. He coached for a full season. He's had 2 off seasons. If you don't know it by now, you're not gonna.
I'll take over.
It's the second worst coaching thing I've heard ever. The first was the 49ers players in the Chiefs Super Bowl a couple years ago with we didn't know the overtime rules. That's on coaching. When Kyle Juszczyk said that on the sideline, it's like, oh, so Shanahan doesn't know the rules then. Or he just didn't coach them, and either way is awful.
Right.
Because remember, the 49ers took the ball to begin overtime because the old rule was if you scored a touchdown, the game was over. So that's what they were thinking. And then they learned that Mahomes gets the ball after them, and they were like, wait, what? Kyle Juszczyk was mic'd up and straight up said he didn't know the rule. And Kittle said, neither did I. Your 2 best players don't know the fucking rules? That's on coaching. It's my favorite thing.
I feel like it's a fairly well-established rule, too.
That was the first year of it, but also I hate it more because the refs tell you the rule right before the thing where you just zoned out.
Right.
Lock in, bro.
Yeah, maybe pay attention a little bit. Well, I suppose I better go cook that loin. I only have an hour. Well, I got an hour and 10 minutes to get it cooked. So
only an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, and then I got to go to fire meeting.
Woohoo!
And the meetings go a lot longer if I'm hungry.
True. Everything takes longer if you're hungry.
Mhm.
Eat a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry.
I'm not a Snickers fan. More of a Twix guy.
Twix is good. Also, well, I'm obviously not a Snickers fan, but Milky Ways are good and they're the same thing.
Yeah.
The
I don't
dark
mind Milky
chocolate
Ways.
Milky Ways are weird.
Yep.
It's weird.
I like dark chocolate though.
Right, but it's not a Milky Way. It's a different flavored nougat. It tastes entirely different. I was not ready for that when I was doing the ranking because I'd done a Milky Way and then I was like, all right, let's try the dark chocolate one. Because I was just assuming it would be the same thing but better because dark chocolate. But it uses vanilla nougat instead of the other one. And it's not the same. And I was like, that's kind of gross, actually. This is not good.
I didn't mind it, but
Yeah,
I don't
but
eat
you
those
don't
very
mind
often.
anything.
True.
You know
That's
how
true.
bad food has to be for Wonder not to like it?
That's true.
That's crazy. I'm watching Bears fans burn their Caleb Williams jerseys. Dog, it's been a game.
Ouch.
And he was good.
Let's say.
Yikes. Also, apparently, last thing, Caleb apparently had his nails painted in the like suicide prevention colors.
Mm.
The comments on the internet about that are crazy.
I don't even want to know.
No. It's like, dude, it's not. Stop. Painting your nails is not a big deal. If you don't want to, that's fine. I get it. Especially like going through the effort of like getting them done by somebody. Yeah, that I get it. Especially if you do anything with your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you just don't like it. That's fine. Do you. Stop judging
I know.
other people for stuff that doesn't hurt anyone.
I get judged for putting lotion on my hands.
Right? It's stupid.
I put lotion on my hands and they still crack and bleed.
Yeah.
So imagine if I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, I'm sorry, my nails being painted doesn't hurt you or affect you in any way. Doesn't make me less of a dude. Being a judgmental motherfucker, I think does though.
Right.
Judge things that matter. I need to
Right.
repaint them though. I blame Wonder.
Fair.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, well, hey, not the bad episode length. Good,
Mm-hmm.
good. All right, Wonder. We will see you next year.
Sounds good.
Hopefully, we can game sometime this week. I'll be around.
True. True. I know
Will
you will.
you?
I have to work Friday, but maybe Friday. I don't remember.
Friday nights D&D.
That's right. So maybe sometimes this
Yeah.
weekend. I also have. I'm taking Monday and Tuesday off,
Nice.
so we're gonna do some elk hunting. So maybe those nights.
That and like I said, if you see me in the Discord call, just come hang out.
Right, because I still have volleyball on Monday night, but like maybe Tuesday night. I don't know.
Sure.
After podcast or something.
Sure. All right. Goodbye, Wonder. Oh
All
yeah,
right,
I should
laters.
actually outro this.
Yeah,
I forgot how
yeah.
that works. I don't know. I think that'll do it for us. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.